Alright guys, today we're going to do a kickstand hinge. This is a great way to stretch out the glutes, get a bit more length in there, and really open up the back end of our hips, which is great for our hinging, especially when we're doing deadlifts, RDLs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place that knee forward. Imagine you got a little karate chop to the back of the knee. I'm placing the weight through my midfoot. I'm just going to have this foot nearby, so I've got all that weight planted down, keeping the knee where it is. Hand on my butt, bring the opposite hand on my hip. I'm going to hinge the hips back as much as I can, keeping that knee in the same position, making the butt as big as possible, and then push the hips forward. You can see I'm already shaking here because of the massive amount of tension I'm getting in the glutes. So I push the hips back. Notice that I keep this knee position the same, making the glutes as big as possible, and then push the hips forward, keeping the knee in the same position. You can see I'm already shaking, getting those glutes working. I'm trying not to twist too much through the torso. I'm just trying to hinge the hips back, make the butt as big as possible, and push forward, keep the knee in the same position. Again, hinge, 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 hinge. You don't need to try and get as far down as you can. Find your range where you can get the butt as big as possible, and push those hips forward, keeping the knee in the same position. Already for me, that's a huge burn in the glutes, but look at the other side from the same angle. Bend the knee, hand on the hip, butt on the hand on the butt. Hips go back, hinge, hinge, hinge. Push the hips forward, keep the knee in the same position. Hinging, hinging, hinging. Make the butt as big as possible. Push the hips forward. Show you again from the other side. Weight through the middle of the foot. So if I was to take this foot off, I'm balanced. Hips forward, shoulder blades forward. Hand on the butt, other hand on the hip. Hinge, 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 hinge. Keep that knee in the same position. Make the butt as big as possible. Bang. Hips come, that's a big burn in the glutes already. Hinge back, hinge back, hinge back. Keep the knee where it is. Bang. Driving forward. And that's our kickstand hinge.